Freaking snowing, gosh darn it. It's not even Halloween yet. Go away. Okay, so it's working. It's sitting where I want it to. Okay, you guys cannot judge this yet because it's far from done. This is basically the roughest draft of what I'm doing. I just wanted the body to sit where I wanted it attached to the car. Literally just to get the body here so I can make sure it's sitting right, so I can double check all the measurements, yada, yada, yada. But it is sitting on all four corners. Boom. Boom. I got the height to sit basically where those fenders are just right there. That was just a, I don't know, basically just a good height marker for both sides, I guess. I'm gonna take the body off, triple check all the measurements, make sure that measurement on that side, as far as where the mount is the same as that side, and triple check that. It's hard to look at it and see if it's level because I still have that stupid donut on the back. So that's why I've been measuring everything and not trying to eyeball any part of this. So I'm gonna take the body off now that I have these. None of these are fully welded either. I just did like little stitch welds on the opening parts just so it'd hold the body so I can look at it. So I'm gonna take it off, triple check all the measurements. The back is 1 inch higher than the front, but it is ridiculously hard to tell. I don't know if you could, there's so much crap in here, it's hard to even, I can't really tell. But the this height is where we wanted it. And then back here, that's a good distance. Before I feel like it was like right here. So that's about 1 inch higher than it was, and that's what all that doodling and crap is. That was the measurement from here that I wanted to get from here to there, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, goodbye. Another little quick update for you. I have this Harbor Freight regulator. The valve that was right here completely just started leaking out of nowhere. And then I had this other gauge. I had this other gauge that's meant for that, and I put that on there, and this is what happened to it. It literally exploded. So I capped it off. So since I have to stop and go get wire real quick, I thought this would be a good time to tell you what I'm doing. So you notice I cut that off because it was sitting super crooked. So basically what I did is I put this, this is just temporary. This is just so I know where the bug body is gonna sit. So I use that to get the kind of the angle from here to there, and then use that to get the height of that. And then what I'm gonna do, or what I did, was cut that off and then sit that level with this. And then what I'm gonna do back here is get, so this kind of sucks. I'm not using this plate at all. I was looking at how the bug was sitting and how this was behind, and I just thought that looked like crap. So what I'm gonna do is cut this off and then hopefully repurpose that plate and box this in right here, like we had talked about previously. So I'll finish welding that and then box this in, but then send this box down, probably about where this line is, like just carry this through, send this box down, and then match this, basically another piece of angle iron, but right here. So the bug body is gonna look like it's part of the car. You're not gonna see any structure from the outside. Some of it is shown up front, and we'll trim this away. I really don't like how this looks. I mean, just fabrication wise, like this looks terrible. It looks like I don't know what I'm doing. What I could have done is use this plate and sent it down to reach that height, but I wanted this to sit in the MR2 so I could weld all the way around it. So, I mean, you're not gonna see it, but just from a structural fabrication standpoint, it looks very poorly done. And it kind of is, but it's gonna work, and I'm gonna box all this off. It's gonna be super strong. So that's what I'm doing, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna go get some wire, come back, keep welding, and yeah. Okay, so this is what we got going. In a nutshell, this is the end plan, is I'll have to trim it. So the body actually, the bug body is, so you have it written right there. The body touches this. To get it to drop below this, I actually have to pull the sides, and then once it goes under, it goes back to its original shape. So I can't really do this here because it's gonna be too wide, but I can plate this all the way through. What I could do is cut this down and then plate it, you know, underneath here like that. But so the end goal, so that's what we got going, is just leg, leg, leg. And the end goal, the end idea is to trim all this up, get it all clean, and then basically box this whole thing in so that ideally this will be as strong as what was here. We just lowered it. So I'll show you the other side. So that's, and I think that's looking pretty good. That's about what I had in my head. Like I said, all this is gonna get boxed off. Everything is gonna be solid and connected. This will not be seen, thank goodness, because it just looks silly to me. But that looks better, and I'm glad it's not gonna be sticking out. That's kind of the idea. I'm gonna go ahead and set the body on top, make sure everything sits flat. I triple checked all the measurements, so we should be good. So we'll see how it looks and go from there. freaking snowing. Gosh darn it. It's not even Halloween yet. Go away. Okay, so it's working. It's sitting where I want it to. The back, like I was talking about, looks a lot nicer. Without that big nub sticking out, it just looks like it's floating. It looks like it's part of the car. So that's cool, that's what I wanted. The problem area that I don't like is a lot of this is actually going to be exposed. So time will tell, but what I'm thinking is trim this on the line, trim this off, pull it in, rebox it in, and basically make all this meet up with right here. And then when that's all finalized, we can grind it smooth and kind of, I mean, obviously this whole wheel well looks like crap right now. So we have to kind of join these two one way or another. So we'll figure that out when we get to that point. Because once all this is done, trimming this away and just reboxing it in is not going to be a big deal. And then as far as this goes, we can just trim along this line. I also thought about getting wider flat stock. This is actually pretty thin compared to that. But I also thought about getting wider flat stock and having it stick out here, almost like side skirt extensions, and then just cutting it real nice and just kind of I don't know what I'm doing with that yet, but it's sitting everywhere I want it to. I mean, you can hardly tell there's a plate past that point. So I'm pretty happy with all of that. That's all you get, I think. What I want to try and do, and I don't, this crap changes all the time because I have a freaking job I have to work now. But what I kind of want to do is like spend like 2-3 days working my butt off, put a video up, even if it's 10 to 15 minutes long. I think it'd be a little just better to keep pace if I just worked really hard for a couple days, put a short video up, worked really hard, a couple days video. So maybe, instead of like 1 20-minute video once a week, we can do like 2 or 3 10-minute videos 2 times a week. So let me know what you think about that. I don't know if that's going to stick. That's just what I'm thinking right now. But that's all the time I have for today, and I'd like you to see that. So next video, I'm going to box all that in, and then I'm going to experiment with some roll cage stuff because the hoop that I was kind of playing around with wasn't tall enough, but now the body's shorter, so now it should be tall enough. So I'll box all that in. That should be pretty quick. And then we'll start messing around with some roll cage stuff. I'll do all that in the next video, just so you're not watching me do the floor frameage stuff 16 times. So that's all I got for you. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any suggestion ideas, any improvements I can make before I weld everything together. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you soon.